Hey everyone, this is Kaeden, and this is going to be a little bit of a different type of video because lately I've been thinking a lot about something. My videos may not show it, but I'm actually a pretty pensive person, and way back at the beginning of my exploration with gender, my conscious exploration with gender, this is talking back in February, I never felt more alone in my life. And it was kind of cruel, really, because I had never felt more alone, but I had never had so many feelings rattling around in my head. I was just full of angst and fear and frustration, and I didn't know what to do with it all. And of course, I felt like I had no one to talk to. And so, one of the ways that I sorted through that, or I attempted to sort through that, was through writing. I just started writing things down. Whenever I felt angsty or frustrated or sad, I would just grab the nearest notebook and start writing. And so, in my notebooks, mostly my anthropology notebook, there's this kind of spur of the moment, stream of consciousness, almost journal type writing. And I think I was going to read some of it maybe later in some other videos because I think it provides a unique window into where my brain was during that whole process. But the other day, I was kind of feeling that same way again. And so I decided to pull out my notebook and start writing. And I actually came up with something that I think is really helpful to me and might be really helpful to you. So, because my writing, I think, is more eloquent and more coherent than my speech, I think I will just read it. And so, yeah, this is just kind of what I wrote last night. But anyway. I keep wanting to come back to this idea of what am I? But I have begun to realize that the problem with framing things in terms of I am this is that in order for me to define myself as one thing, I must define what that one thing is. So we take anything that could fill that space of that this. Boy, girl, woman, man, guy, person, agendered, bigendered, genderqueer, male, female. But the trouble is, I can't even begin to define what a boy is, or a girl, or genderqueer, and certainly not a person. So I get nowhere when I attempt to define myself. As well I shouldn't. I don't believe that any people can be defined, which is arguably one of the things that makes humanity so beautiful. And so, because the trans question is nothing more than the recognition that I am unhappy, and a consequential desire to make myself a happier and better person, I believe it makes more sense to frame such a discussion around the things I want. What do I want to be that I can realistically achieve? It is, I would think, common sense, therefore, that I should become a happier and better person by becoming these things that I want to be, and going after the things I want to do. So, I should start by outlining those. The following is a list. I want to be a successful creative musician. I want to do my best to embody the spirit of love and spread that love to everyone I know. I want to be a son that my parents can be proud of. I want the me I see when I close my eyes to look back at me in the mirror. I want to be Aaron's boyfriend. I want to be able to say, I've got a mangina, and have it actually be true. I want to wear nice looking button up shirts and sweater vests and not be taken for a dyke. I want to open doors and pull out chairs and pay the check on dates. I want to no longer feel stuck in my life no matter how much I accomplish. I want to make a positive difference in the life of someone like me, if only just one. I want to make every attempt to salvage my relationship with my parents into one of mutual love, acceptance, and support. I want to honor the person I am and nurture the person I will become. I want to recognize beauty when I see it. I want to dream big. I want to share myself. I want to become a person that I am interested in being. I want to love myself. And then, after the list, this is my kind of explanation that I wrote. I'm sure any logical person might wonder why I want these things, but what one may not notice is that the things I want are much more common to any average person than they are different or exotic. Moreover, they are accepted without question as universally good and right. Who was ever asked to explain why they want to love themselves, or be a good person, or be successful? Nobody really knows why such things are sought after, besides the simple fact that, instinctively, they feel right. Instinctively, intrinsically, we know that they will make us happier, more fulfilled people. So I cannot say with certainty why it is I want these things. They feel right to me. And the question I assume many would ask then is, well, what about being a woman? Don't you want that? And they would be right. I have wished transgenderism was a phase that I went through or a fad that I would outgrow. But I find that there is a difference between a wish and a goal. My goals represent my real feelings, desires, and abilities, while wishes very often reflect that which we cannot truly reach. I've often wished I was a size 2, but eventually I had to realize that that was not in my stars. Womanhood is not in my stars. And while Sir William Thatcher might have me believe that a man can change his stars, he was a man driven by want, and I cannot justify convincing myself to be and seek after that which I do not truly want. Maybe my wants will change, as they are apt to do, but I can no longer wait up for them. I am living this life, this moment, and I cannot continue sacrificing this moment's happiness in the hope that happiness might finally come tomorrow. When my wants change, therefore I must change. But today, I must make today's journey. It's what I want for me. So, yeah, that's what I wrote. I'm sorry for not looking at the camera. I'm bad at reading things and looking at things. But yeah, that's what's been going through my mind a lot. So, I hope that might help somebody. Yeah. So, thanks for watching. Bye.